They know the design better than anybody here, including me and March and both, because they designed it all. So if they tell you something, it's the same thing as an engineer coming down to the production facility saying, you're doing this wrong, you need to do it this way. So that goes for everybody. If they ask you to do something, please come on. If it comes to me, and I'm probably going to come back and tell you to do it anyway. So that's not just to listen to the interns, please. Again, they've got the floor. I'm letting them run the entire show today. I will be supervising from afar. If there is a huge issue, then I'll step in, but I really don't see that happening at all. So again, they've got it, and with that, take it. Go.
What's this? Alright, we found this out pretty recently too, so we don't really have time to collaborate, but Plant, can I take the safety glasses off?
Oh yeah, safety gears relaxed.
Okay. We've pretty much got everything cut. We got the tubing, we've got the threaded rods, we've got our bolts here, we've got all of our plates. So we're going to bust out into the teams we created yesterday, different modules, spaced out along the floor, so when they all come together. So the cab, it's first going to be loader arms, cab, pivot, and rear. We're going to drive it out that way, so the documentary crew has the next shot. We figured that'd be better than that side. So, does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to, first I think, did we figure we're going to split these into modules, or are we just going to lay them out on the floor and go?
I think we'll split them into modules out in this area.
Overruled, split up modules here.
Okay.
Because then we're going to be walking over a bunch of stuff, and then the time lapse up.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah.
the next time up. So we're going to split modules out in this area, tubing, pieces, hydraulics, as much as we can, and go for it.
I like that idea better. Good thought.
Go for it, Lucas. I'm done.
That's the cab right there. That's mine.
Do we have
Is that it?
building instructions printed out? Like
Yeah.
Katie or Audrey or someone could that happen? That'd be awesome.
I'll build yours, building instructions out. Yours, how do you pick yours? Because yours are like,
Just a bunch of pictures. There's a computer down here. We don't even need building instructions. We just look at the.
it'd be nice if we had them.
If there's one computer down here that we could look at, that would be great too. I'm just checking out a bunch of pictures.
I have mine down here, but
Okay.
printing would be nice.
Their group, so they have something to look at and hold their hands because it's not in their head.
Oh yeah. Of course.
No one talks.
My hold that thought. My Google Docs instructions is the one that's on the wiki page.
Okay.
One thing, I guess we have, I mean, I know that we have, the three of us are teamed up with different player school folks. What about any, like, extra people? Audrey, are you all jumping in where you can, or?
Yeah, task us. So.
Okay.
These are your extra people right here.
Okay. So we got the engine crew is engine, right?
Engine crew's working on the engine.
Okay. All right.
One last thing. Do you guys have anything else?
I mean, the details of the modules will be easier just to do as we're just working on it, and as our teams can do that if they need to do like a briefing of it.
But you need them printed first.
We don't need it first, but it'd be a big help to get them very quickly, like right away.
We also need the engine crew to move their engine that they were supposed to move last night, because that cable needs to move as well.
Okay.
This table will need to move too, so the first task can be like cleaning up this whole cutting.
Where do these saws go?
The shelves are the next.
We could actually put two tables right there next to each other. We're not going to be building in this area, are we?
Okay.
Yeah, that'd be better. So we clear out this whole space
Yeah.
for building.
It'd be nice to have some
Any other
spots for if we
tables?
did go over and
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
does that make sense? Everything we just said?
So we're gonna separate all the pieces into the modules over there, right? And then move them to.
Well, as you building,
Okay. Well, then as we build it, we'll
Yeah.
print it from.
This is our virtual SketchUp warehouse in real life.
Copy
And then-
paste.
And this is our reality SketchUp file.
and when you're building this stuff, you may be thinking to yourself, it'd be really nice if all this was over here, and this is kind of done This way, when we're building, it keeps this area clear of a lot of junk and debris, which is what we don't want. Oh, yes, sir.
One other thing, just like Marchin's doing now, Rob, I mean, I know we've got documentary crew and we've got cameras everywhere, but part of what we do here is we're trying to document every step of the build so that what we're doing can be like given to other people and they can understand it. So anybody, maybe we've said this already, but just a reminder, if you have phones, take pictures of steps as you're going, or get a camera, because I don't have a smartphone. So
I have a question there. Does it make more sense to set up the time-lapse thing like somewhere over here so it can get all of the fabrication as opposed to the...
We've got two.
I have
Oh, you do?
a time lapse movie on this side looking this way.
So how much cutting do we have left to do? Does anyone have like a
very little.
very little left?
Is this ours? That's
I was
ours.
thinking
That's
we
Rob's.
could
Or
take it right away,
that's yours.
but probably not because
Rob has another one
Going out
of
and
those
all
still.
these saws running in that area.
We don't need
all.
4 saws. Yeah, that's what I was saying, we can pack up these saws and move this table and clear it off and have it as a table.
Okay.
And I think the first turn will be harvesting the pivot plates.
Okay, so step one for everyone, move table that way after we clean up the area, move everything out of the way, and then just start setting up. Okay.
1 second. Everyone needs to have steel-toed boots. Everyone needs to have gloves. Everyone needs to have goggles. Everyone needs to have hearing protection at all times. It's important because...
Hold on. I'm going to add to that.
Yeah.
Unless you're operating a mill or a lathe or anything that is revolving quickly, gloves, like eye protection, yes. Ear protection, yes. Gloves, no.
So it's not safe to wear gloves with the mill. So that will be... obviously, if you need to take your glove off to write something, just keep them close by and give me the impression you're going to put them right back on. But we really need to have all of this equipment on because 1, you can feel it on you. It reminds you that you need to be safe. 2, this is all being documented. So when people see this, they need to see that if you're not wearing your safety equipment, then other things are probably slipping. So I'm going to call you on it. If your earplugs aren't in, we'll go and talk about it if we need to. But yes, if you enter into the workspace, you need to have your gear on. If you have any issues with that, please let me know. I don't get a kick out of wearing safety equipment, but you do it. So, and I really don't get a kick out of telling people to put it on. So me telling you to put it on is more painful than you having to put it on. So just understand, I'm going to be all over people for that today. And I expect everyone else to remind each other. So call me if you see me without my safety gear on it. I love that. Maybe I'll have a split moment and see if anyone says anything. So, all right, that's all I have.
All right.
How many more pivot plates do we need to...
8, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we had to take them off of the pivot. The old thing. Yep. Does everyone have pretty good direction on what to do?
Do y'all want to hear
Anyone
the
need-
overall plan of how, the step-by-step of how things are going through? Just
Yes.
very
Yes.
in summary? Okay. So I already say, we got loader arms, cab, pivot, rear. What's going to happen is we need the cab and the rear to be complete, and part of the pivot is going to be done, and then those two are going to have to go together. Those three module parts are going to go together. The loader arms, there's a part that can be built, and then they're pretty much done until, for a little while. Once we get the cab, the rear, and the pivot all complete, we're going to jack it up, block it up, put on the wheel mounts that we pulled off of the other life track, and then we're going to put the wheels onto that, and then we're going to have that all blocked up. It's not going to be rolling anywhere. At that point, we're going to be running hydraulic lines. And this is very overall brief, so if you have more detailed questions, we can do that at lunch or something. But then we're going to be running hydraulic lines to the wheels, sorting out some of the controls for the cab, the seat, things like that, finishing up the cab with the expanded metal on the top while we can still get at it easier. And then we're going to be finishing up the loader arms, building them onto the pin that's sticking out where they rotate on. And then doing some hydraulics for the steering, for the loader arms. Power cube goes in. We get it done. That'd be cool. That's a general idea of what's been going. Did I miss something?
Yeah, we'll need to powwow with the folks that are going to be actually using the tractor and see, because we have some flexibility on where the controls can go and what controls do what the foot pedals actuate, what the hand levers do. So we'll have to have a little meeting, see what the best control configuration will be.
You and Leander on pivot and motor arms, so you're going to get done faster, so you'll probably have time to be doing the hydraulics and be asking those things. Does that sound cool?
Yeah. We still need to do the assembly for the quick attach and the assembly for the foot pedals as well. Part of our thing once we're done. I mean, the motor arms, really, there's like 15 volts you can put in before everything else is done.
Yeah.
Cool. And if anyone doesn't know what to do, like you feel like, oh, I'm standing around, I wish there was something to do, just ask me or Leandra or Corey, Lucas, because don't ask Corey, but Leandra knows everything. She's helped actually coordinating us who are coordinating everything else. So she's turning the engine right now, so I'm sure she'll find something to do, or if not, then I will. And let's get it done in one day.
Alright, ready to break?
Anybody have any duct tape?
Everybody.
Do it.
Duct tape?
Alright.
Duct tape.
Safety gear is no longer relaxed. Steel toe boots, everyone.
Put your shoes back on. Everyone took them off for the meeting.
You ready to go?
Not anymore.
This is good.
That was almost out.
I'm ready to have it going.
You got another roll?
Comments, Ian?
Comments?
Comments from you. Looks like we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
How do you feel, Martin?
Emily, comments? I
I
feel
want to know how
good.
you feel. What
Me,
does
I
it
feel
like
good
to be
that-
here with this team.
It's good. It's going forward. I don't have to be here. I'm actually going to do a design sprint from 10 to 2.
You're going to do a design sprint from 10 to 2? Otherwise, are you planning to be here?
Yeah.
Is this different than any other build you've
Well, we were
witnessed?
actually, when we started planning this, we were going to finish this Friday. We didn't. We postponed pretty much today, and I planned on a design sprint from 10 to 2. 10 to 2 is short because in case I got to get back in here and help out.
What's the design?
We're working on several things: the open source welder, the CNC torch table, other mechanical devices. So there's a lot of. I mean, there's a consistent interplay between the build-outs here and global design. There's a lot of stuff going on right now as we speak, and we build things out here.
What does this feel like to have this team and have interns who can actually run a project like a tractor? Is that a new feeling?
That's new.
What
That's
does
great.
it feel like? Do you have confidence in this team?
Yeah, it's easy enough.
Is it exhilarating to feel like, wow,
Oh yeah,
these
this is
people
great.
that we trained can now build a tractor?
Yeah. Basically, we've done enough of the background work of the method to be confident that we can do that, and these college kids can pretty much lead it.
And this is a first.
That's a first. That's an interesting social experiment. Let's check in with Matt.
Okay, yeah, let's talk.
Matt, I just got a quick question. Your comments and feelings on this? How do you see this? Any comments?
It's really intimidating with the TED Fellow thing on the back of your phone. No, just say something smart.
Your impressions for the day.
My impressions for the day, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a good day no matter how it ends up. Making progress and moving forward. I was very pleased yesterday with the progress that we made with your folks, and even more pleased that one of our team guys, Dante, who's working with, or to you and I have been working with us officially, he's just hanging out with us, was talking very candidly about how much this tractor was going to make our work at our farm easier and better and more productive and more efficient, and how people will think that we are up here, they didn't know what we were doing, but that we were going to make this work that we're doing here is going to make a contribution to our farm, and how quickly he picked up the hour Because we're building our tractor, and the stuff that we're going to do at our farm with our tractor.
That sounds great. So
That's a key mental moment. I think.
So we're seeing transformation happen as the process unfolds.
Absolutely. Not to be underestimated, just a simple word choice. It's not the farm, it's not a tractor, it's our tractor and our farm that we're building to our work. Huge.
Excellent. Thanks. Corey, give me a comment. How do you feel about today?
About today?
Yeah. You feel good about it?
Yeah.
Excellent. Looks like you guys are totally got it. We can relax. No, it's going to be a long day, but we'll do it. Excellent. Okay.